I want to welcome you to our conversation about asking adults questions and seeing if we could get a reasonable answer. Might not be the best answers you hear today, but it's going to be some answers that is well needed. And I want you to loosen up and hear out our questions.
I'm just talking to the audience right now. I'm talking to the adults specifically. How many of you, when you were teens, you were able to talk to any adult and trust them with whatever you were telling them? By the show of hands, how many of those in this space could go to any adult in their life and talk to them about anything they wanted to talk about? Raise your hand. I see some absolutely not. I need you guys to raise your hands high.
Any adult or just one specific?
Any adult, all the adults. How many of you were able to talk to any adult in your life, one adult, or any adult in your life? Would you like to share who that adult was? All right, so we are about to get started. So, for some of you who may not know us, most of you do, we are Between Friends, a domestic violence agency. And we are dedicated to preventing domestic violence and breaking the cycle of abuse. Now, can you guys envision living in a society that's free of violence and abuse? Can you guys envision that? Do you think we'll get there?
Never.
So I hear some folks saying like, no, we'll never get there. Do you think having this conversation and trying to bridge the gap between young people and adults coming together and having this conversation so adults can learn how to better support young people? Do you think by starting here, having these conversations, eventually we'll get to the point where we could be free of violence?
I feel like adults don't really connect with kids, so there's no point in telling them about my situations because they just gonna try to make a solution. And it's probably not gonna be the right solution, and they're gonna say, oh, I lived through this. And then when they be like, oh, I lived through this, when they probably didn't, because today is different. So it's like, oh, I did this already. How you gonna tell me? Well, I just told you. Like, you not understanding. Not gonna listen to them. So there's no point of going back and forth, telling them every time. You just know the same answers.